What up, YouTube? What up? I needed that. I needed that because I just beat Nier Automata. Some people say Automata, Automatopia. I think it's Automata. Dude, this game is absolutely amazing. It's been praised by everybody, but I'm going to praise it too. People have talked about it all year. Game's been out for a while. It's coming to Xbox pretty soon. If you have an Xbox, pick that game up. It's a game that's a game type that is definitely missing in the Xbox library of games, man. You got to pick this game up. This game is amazing. There's so many different layers, play styles, things that's in the game, man. You'll get the feels playing the game. The game is just, like, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, holy shit. How creative was this guy that made this shit? Like, the dude that made this is super creative. This is unlike any game I've ever played in my life because it takes elements from games that I love and it combines them into one package. And the package is beautiful. The package is beautiful, man. Think Devil May Cry, Bayonetta combat, and then think like an old school retro shooter game where it's like 2D and you're just flying around shooting shit. Think that, and then you have your hacking elements to the game as well. So many different things to this game that just make it absolutely outstanding. And on top of that, it's an RPG. So there's quests to do for people that tell you more about the world that you're trying to save. There's characters you meet that are layered and nuanced. It's just an absolutely amazing game, man. If you have an Xbox, it's coming out for Xbox soon. If you have an Xbox, pick this shit up. You need to play it because it's a game that you will enjoy if you love video games. This game, like, you can tell the person that made this game, Platinum Games, the group that made this game, the developers, you can tell they love video games. You can tell they love their job. And you can tell that they put passion and heart into this game. And it just makes me sad for that game they were making for Xbox, that Xbox exclusive they were making. Man, I forgot the damn name of it, man. It was that dragon game. That dude with the headphones on looked like Dante's little brother, Dante's little stepbrother or something. Man, that game was gonna be lit. That game was gonna be lit. If this is any indication of what they were gonna do for the Xbox exclusive game was gonna be dope. It was gonna be dope. Man, that game's never coming out, ever. You know, people keep saying it's coming. It's not coming. It's done. It's dead. But man, it was probably going to be something really special because Nier is something really special. Start out the game, and you're playing as an android named 2B. And she's this badass android. She has these two swords on her back. The swords disappear and reappear. You have a little droid guy that goes around with you, and he's constantly shooting bullets at enemies. Just the combat in this game is just crispy good. Crispy good. And the story is what really takes it over the top. The whole story is that you're a group of androids. You're Android 2B, 9S, and then later on, A2. And your whole goal in the game is to clear the earth of machines so humans can re-inhabit the earth because you're trying to save the earth for humans. And you go down there and you're killing machines left and right. But what you notice is that these machines aren't just heartless killers like you think they are, but they actually have feelings and emotions too. And you meet different machines and you start to talk to them and you see that these machines are a lot more like people than they are actual machines that we would think of as just a machine. I mean, these things have more layers, more emotions than Terminator in the Terminator movies, even in Terminator 2. You know, these machines are living beings. And the whole game, the question the game's asking you is can machines have a soul? I think that's the question the game's asking you. You know what I'm saying? And as you play the game, you find out the answers to all these questions. And then you come up with some of the answers in your head yourself through your experience with the game. This game's a masterpiece. It's an absolute masterpiece. It's about I think it took me about 25 hours to complete. So, if you're a busy person, you can bang this out and get the full experience in 25, 30 hours. I know some people have put hundreds of hours into it, doing it everything in the game. I'm not one of those gamers that complete a game fully like that. I want the story, I want the combat, I want to know exactly what they wanted to tell me, without putting hundreds of hours into a game. I've got stuff to do. I've got things to do. I don't have time to spend hundreds of hours on one game. There's plenty of games and experiences I want to get to. So I put 25 hours in this game and I got everything I wanted out of this and more. The game starts out hitting you hard. It hits you hard with the gameplay and you're like, what is this? I'm not going to spoil it too much as far as how things are laid out in the game. But when you play it and you first start, you're like, what is this game? What is this? This is weird. And then you settle in and then it throws something else at you. And you settle in, it throws something else at you. And it's constantly throwing different things at you as a gamer that keeps you engaged and interested. And that's the magic of this game, is it constantly keeps you engaged and interesting. And the direction of the game, like the way it's directed and set up, the story, the way it's laid out and set up, is masterful. This game has been praised to the moon and beyond, but it's still not enough for what this experience is. You beat it and you think you're done. You're not. You've got to beat it again from a different perspective. And then you got to beat it again from another perspective. And then there's different other things to do. And there's another way to beat it. This game, I think, has something like 26 different endings or something insane like that. And everyone is just thoughtful, heartfelt. Like, you can feel the love in this game. And we need more games like Nier Automata. I don't want to see a sequel to this game because it's so good. I don't want to see a sequel to this game. This game told me everything it needed to tell me. I don't want it ruined by part 3. Don't do it. Let it die. Let it be this. Let it be this, and it's perfect. I just want to see what else Platinum Games has in store next for us as gamers, because I haven't been disappointed by one of their games yet. I haven't been disappointed by anything they've made. Everything they've made, I've loved. And oddly enough, everything they've made, I've bought. I think, all the Platinum games, even Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. I bought that and loved it. Vanquish, loved it. Bayonetta, loved it. I bought, I think, every game they had, except for the game they made for the Nintendo Wii U. I didn't have a Wii U, so I didn't get that one. But everything they've made for Xbox, PlayStation, they've made, I've purchased it and I've loved it. And this is their best game that they've done yet. Their best game they've done yet. They went all in on this one. I don't want to spoil the story. I don't want to spoil it at all for you. If you have not picked up Nier Automata, I'm telling you, this game is a 10 out of 10. Games like Uncharted 4, I think, got a 10 or something. Last of Us got a 10 or something. God of War got a 10, and I loved God of War. And I loved those other games too. But this game right here is a masterful game. It's a legit masterpiece. And it's definitely a 10 game. There's nothing in this game that is boring, that feels tedious. It's just fun. And they put the fun in this game all the way through. And they let you experience this world through different perspectives. And it's absolutely amazing. I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to wrap my head around the creativity that went into making Nier Automata. And it's off the charts. This game is absolutely amazing. If you have an Xbox, and it's coming to your system pretty soon. You need to go ahead and get this. You could go ahead and pre-order this and get this bad boy and love it because it is amazing game. Amazing game. Different play styles. Play styles keep you guessing. The game keeps you engaged from start to finish. Do all the game. You know what I'm saying? Don't just beat it the first time and say, all right, that's good. No, keep going. You know what I'm saying? The game will do that to you. Be like, oh, the end. No, keep going. Continue. Save your file and then continue and see the rest of the story. And then do it again and see the rest of the story. Get the complete story. You know what I'm saying? See the whole story, because if you just beat it the first time, you're not going to know anything. You're going to get a good ending. You beat it the first time, it's satisfying. And I think it took me 10 hours to beat it the first time, you know, with the first perspective. It took me 10 hours. And it was satisfying. I was like, wow, that was really good. That was really good. That was really interesting. And then I beat it the second time. I was like, wow, that's really interesting. And then I beat it the third time, and I'm like, a third playthrough, and I'm like, this is a masterpiece. This is amazing. And you gotta beat it all 3 times, you know. Like I beat it the first time, I was like, I guess that's it. What else can you show me? There was a lot more to show me. First playthrough took me about, like I said, 10 hours. Second playthrough took me about maybe 5 hours or something like that. And then, you know, the final playthrough took me about 10 hours or something like that. So, you know, it took me about 25 hours to beat this game. And it's amazing. It's amazing. Get it. Nier Automata. I'm not going to spoil the story for you. I know some people will jump right in and spoil the story and, you know, ruin things for you. Go into it blind. You know, this is just me telling you, get the game. That's all I'm doing. I'm telling you, get the game. I've told you probably too much with the different play styles. I've told you probably too much. You know what I'm saying? I've told you probably too much with the 3 different playthroughs and perspectives. But I ain't going to tell you what happens in them. You know what I'm saying? Get the game. Glowing, raving review. A 10 out of 10. A masterpiece. Xbox gamers, be excited and get this game. Nier Automata. One of the best games this generation or any. And I got to take a pull on that. Them feels. This game will give you them feels. Damn.